my last question on the Angels for now. Are they playoff relevant? They're 22-20. The Astros are up and down. They've got some holes on offense. Obviously, we talked about how, I don't know, I don't think we're going to see Brantley for a while again. Not that he's the only dude there. There's plenty of good hitters, but, they've lost Luis Garcia for the year with TJ. They look a little more vulnerable than they have in the past. They're 22-19. They did win yesterday. Texas is 25-16. I think they'll come back down to earth. But actually, for me also, because this division is just kind of everyone, there's 4 teams within 2 games. And the team that's in 4th place is by far the hottest team in the division. The Mariners have won 10 of 14. They thumped Boston 10-1 yesterday. Big dumper. Cal Raleigh hit 2 homers, and their rotation looks really good with Kirby and then Castillo tonight. So thoughts on where the Angels stand in this division? Because still personally for me, I think they're finishing in 3rd or 4th. You got 4?
Right now, the way the Rangers
are fans are feeling it. They're like, we're going to win the division.
And I hope listen, I love Phil Nevin, so I hope they do great. He gets an extension. He's able to stay there for a long time, and we want to see Shohei, and we want to see Trout in the playoffs. Like, it would be amazing. Here's the problem. Houston or Seattle is probably going to win that division. 1 AL Central team is in, probably the Twins. There's 3. Mm-hmm. And then you go AL East. You have the Rays who are in, more than likely, unless something epic happens, right? The Blue Jays, the Yankees.
You're done. That's it.
That's 6. We didn't even count the Mariners, who you just mentioned.
Orioles fans are pissed at you right now.
Yankees. There's 9. And then the Angels are probably the 10th best team right now. Mm-hmm. So how do they get in? What's their path to get in? Rendon just went on the IL again. So he's out again. Some of their guys, Trout's having a good year. Ohtani's obviously having a special year. Ohoopie's out. Ohoopie,
I like that.
Ohoopie's a golf course, sorry. The young kid they called up that was in college last year, he's been good. What's his name?
I know. Yeah, Nito.
Nito.
Yep.
The guy, he's been good, but what's their path to the postseason?
For the game of baseball, I'm hoping they get in, but I just don't see it happening. I think it'd be a great story, and everyone wants to see those 2 get in. But like we just mapped it out, there's just a lot of good teams ahead of them.
Well, what is it that makes them get in then? Like, do they call up the Joyce kid from the minor leagues? Does he help anchor the bullpen? Like, they just don't score enough to take care of what their bullpen just can't hold together. Like, their bullpen's giving up 3-4 runs a night, and they already don't have like somebody they don't have an ace, not to continue to say the same thing, but they don't have who's after Shohei, who's the guy in the rotation where you're like, okay,
Sandoval.
I like that.
Sandoval
is going to be, but here's the crux of it. Here's the issue of it is 5th inning, his slider, while he's definitely awesome, that slider, he just neutralizes lefties really well. He needs to be able to extend it another inning somehow. He needs to be able to be that guy. Detmers has shown, I don't even know if he's healthy or not, but he's shown tons of flashes. The no-hitter last year. It's just where, if Jose Suarez is your guy that's coming as your 4 right now, you just need, to me, they just don't have enough to withstand the long season.
That's what I asked. What's their path? What's the path? How do you see a path of them getting in the top 6?
Don't you think their hands are kind of tied too? Because if they want to add that piece, then you risk not getting anything in return maybe for Shohei or whoever if you're not going to win with those 2.
They're not trading Shohei. There's no way they trade Shohei.
What if they're 8 games out?
Doesn't matter. Because every time he pitches, they pack the stadium.
They make money.
They make money every time he pitches. They don't care. Because here's what they'll do. They'll make him a qualifying offer at the end of the year. They'll lose him to free agency to the Dodgers. They'll get a draft pick.
They'll definitely tell a rando insider that they made some massive offer that they didn't make, and they'll throw it out there.
Of course.
That's a lock. There's no doubt. They're going to be like, oh, whatever he ends up signing for, they'll be like, oh, Angels put the same thing out there. And he won't refute it. So Ohtani and players and shit don't talk about that.
Is there any way – we haven't even talked about this. Is there any way on earth that the Angels keep Shohei?
No, 0.
0.
Yes, 1%. They win the World Series.
It's the only way you think they keep him?
Correct.
Okay.
No, I bet it's more than that. You don't think it's more than that? You don't think they have a chance to re-sign him because they see his marketability, they see where he's at? So he's definitely gone.
It has to do with ownership. He's not staying to play for Artie. I'm sorry. I'm selling the team. I don't really like pitchers for years. Team hasn't made the playoffs the entire time. We recruited you, and he loves winning. He's talked about it. He has thrown the organization under the bus, I would say under 4.5 times in articles that I've seen, without obviously completely ripping them. He's doing it in an honorable, respectful way, but he has said, like, it's time. We got to win, whatever. That's been going on for years. And then he plays in the WBC, and he basically was like, cool to play meaningful baseball. It's over.
So why wouldn't you trade him?
Because they're stupid. They should have traded him last year. They're stupid.
But you're clearly not going to keep him. You're not going to be able to keep him. He's gone, so at least get something for him.
And not one pick. You don't want one pick for Shohei.
They won't do it. They won't do it. It doesn't matter about what they get back for him. They won't do it. They can't. From a PR standpoint, they can't do it. They can't trade him. They have arguably the two best players in baseball, right?
Correct.
Trout and Ohtani.
Yeah.
However you want to rank them, 1, 2. And they haven't done shit. I mean, they don't even get to like September and play a game that's like, whoa, we got a chance. Their chances are we're 8 games out at September 1st. There's 6 teams ahead of us for the 6th wild card. We're alive, right? They've spent money. They spent money on Rendon. They've tried to piece together a pitching staff. It just hasn't worked.
Yeah.
Now, is that the owner? Is that the GM? They switched GMs. Manager, they tried Joe Madden, who was supposed to be the second coming, right? Now they have Phil Nevin. But there's something they're missing. And we've talked about, you say Fisher all the time, sell the team. All the A's people say, sell the team, Scott. Artie Moreno, maybe. Sell the team.
Well, he was.
Yeah,
he changed his mind.
He tried to.
He decided.
But
got cold feet.
Well, yeah, but here's the thing for me. He'll sell the team after Ohtani leaves. He'll change his mind back because guess what? Ohtani won't be on the books. There's not the overhead of him saying, we got to sign Ohtani to $600 million, $500 million. I'll sell him. Ohtani leaves. The franchise value will stay the same. Sell the team then, and you don't have to look bad by trading Ohtani
Well, and he can show revenue over the past 5 years looks like this.
Exactly.
And they'll be like, but you don't have Ohtani anymore. He'll be like, no, but look at the revenue.
Exactly.
We've been doing well.
Do you do this? Do you do this deal? A team that's also not going to sign him. July comes around. The Orioles call and say, we'll give you Jackson Holiday and Grayson.
It's already a yes. It's already a yes. Whoever you say next, it's a yes.
Jackson Holiday, Grayson Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, and I'm forgetting the number 2 guy for the Orioles right now.
Gunnar Henderson?
No. He's a prospect still. He's in the minor leagues.
I don't know. But
wait, just give me more, and I can tell you in 5 seconds.
The answer is yes. As soon as you said Jackson Holiday, the answer is yes.
I just need you to tell me, is it a pitcher or a hitter? Are you talking about Colton Cowser? Are you talking about Jordan Westberg? They have a ton of good prospects.
Westberg.
Westberg. Okay.
Westberg.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Because the Orioles are maybe lacking that guy, lacking that number 1 guy at the top of their rotation, and everybody wants Shohei, and the Orioles are going to be in it way longer than anybody else, and that puts them possibly over, and you get rid of 3 of what you're considering probably your cornerstone pieces of the organization.
Yeah, but they only get them for half a season.
Orioles won't do it.
They will not do that. No chance. Right. That's what I'm saying. You're picking a team that will not spend money. It's a weird matchup there. I don't see that at all.
But they have money. They have money in their prospects. Their clout, their cash is prospects.
Right, but you're selling their top guys that they have surplus value in, which is like a word that like makes them freak out. They love that shit, right? We've got these guys on minimum contracts for years, and you're taking their top talent. They're not doing that because they won't buy top talent on the market.
The Orioles won't do it.
They'd be going all in for 2023 and then really fucking up what they've spent 6 years tanking on. I don't see that. AJ does it because he's like, fuck it.
I wouldn't do that.
You said you would do the trade.
If you're the Angels,
if you're the Angels,
if you're the
oh my
Angels,
gosh.
yes. No, if you're the Orioles, hell no. The Orioles won't do it
No way.
because they won't give up Holiday, they won't give up Rodriguez, and they won't give up anybody else. They've been doing this for years.
If you're an
They've been
Angels
stocking
fan, if you're an Angels fan, do you want half a season more of Ohtani or getting something back that might actually help you win in the future?
That's what I'm saying. The
If
Angels
you're
is
smart.
auto, yes. That's easy, yes.
Auto.
As soon as you say Jackson Holiday, yes.
Yeah.
So
Grayson
just
Rodriguez
straight up,
and someone else,
straight up
absolutely.
Jackson Holiday for
No,
Shohei?
that's not enough. The Angels say that's not enough. But I'm saying if you start with Jackson Holiday and you throw in 2 or 3 other guys, that's a yes for me if I'm an Angel. If I'm Perry, what's his name? Perry Manassian?
Yeah, Manasia.
If I'm him,
Is it
and,
not,
and I called
is it not enough because you're getting an ace back?
no, it's not enough because you're getting a hitter back and you're getting a top of the rotation pitcher back.
Yeah.
Even for half a year.
There's a shorter word for the top of the rotation guys.
Number 1.
3 letters.
1. He's a 1. So, but see, if you're the Orioles, no, because you're giving up too much, as you said, surplus and talent for a guy that you're only getting half a year. Now, if you can guarantee you're going to sign him, which they won't because the Angelos family doesn't spend that kind of money, if you could sign him for a 7-year contract extension,
There's
then,
no
then you
chance.
definitely.
They
I know,
can't
but I'm
afford
saying
him. Yeah.
if
I
we're
mean,
playing,
they can very much afford him. They wouldn't.
if we're
pay
playing
for that.
ifs and buts, I mean,
Yeah.
if maybe they trade with the A's and get their whole organization. I
Dude,
don't
the
know.
way the Orioles, I mean, they're not even locking up their own guys yet. The way the Orioles are operating right now, this would be the negotiation with Ohtani. They'd be like, whatever sponsorships you bring us, we'll give you a percentage of that. And that's your contract. How's that? That is how they're operating. They're
True.
spending no money.
True.
It's not being talked about, but they've done a great job and they're good of building their team. Everyone's trying to be the Rays. All the owners now, they're like, yo, let's just be the Rays. Let's not spend any money and just tank and stack
one
prospects.
Rays.
There's one Rays. Exactly.
Orioles have tried it. Pirates have tried it. A bunch of teams have tried it. And guess who it's worked for? The Rays.
One freaking team.